Hi guys, how's it going? How you doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I'm doing another collection video, and because this is a series of videos on my channel where I am popping in to do an intro and an outro and plugging that intro and outro onto every single one of the collection videos that I have. I cannot tell you which one it is, but the title and the thumbnail should have told you which one it is, and I hope that you're here for it. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I'm a lover of all things high-end, colorful beauty and self-care. I also work as a field business leader for Ulta Beauty, so I get a lot of education in my position. I like to bring you that education, but ultimately I'm just out here talking about makeup because I like to talk about makeup, and I'm sure that you do too, or you wouldn't be here. I'm hoping at the end of the day we can be friends and you'll want to subscribe before you go. For now, you're here because you're nosy, aren't we all? You want to see what's in my collection, as do I. So let's roll into this collection video and I will see you at the end. Welcome to the longest video of your life. Please grab a snack. For somebody who doesn't wear lip product, this is extreme. The only lip products that I regularly dip into are these ones here, because these are my glosses. The rest of them, like, look, this isn't even all it, you guys. I have lip product over here, lip product over here, lip product beside me, lip product beside me on the other side. I have so many lip products. Here's the true tea. We're not swatching all of these. Like, we would be here for 400 years, and I'm not trying to have you guys stay here for 400 years. With that said, let's start because this is insane. I am actually going to move some of these and then we'll get started. I'm actually going to start with these because they are still in the package and in my backup bins because they don't fit in my gloss category. They don't fit. I have Midas Cosmetics gloss icings, and I have meringue, classic, and almond. This is meringue. That is so pretty. I definitely need to find a way for that to get into my gloss drawers. I could totally see me wearing that. This one is classic. It's just a clear gloss. Their glosses are really good. I do have one that is in my current open collection that I use all the time. This one is almond. Sparkly orangish bronzy color. And then these ones by Glamlight. This one is hot chocolate. It is just kind of like a brownie tone, almost rosy. S'mores, definitely deeper. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it though. This one is caramel frap. I haven't even opened them yet. Those are the lip products that are in my backup bin. Let's do liquid lipsticks because I have not a super lot of liquid lipsticks. I've gotten rid of most of my liquid lipsticks. These are what I would consider liquid lipsticks. Even though this one I don't necessarily think is a liquid lipstick, but this one is the Nude Sticks Magnetic Lip Plush Paint, and this is in the shade Bahama Mama. This one is kind of a weird formula. I think that this one I actually quite like as a blush more than I like it as a lip product, but it's not bad. And it's super comfortable to wear on your lips. So that is the color of that one. I think I love using this one as a blush and a lip product for, monochromatic face looks. I use it more as a blush. But that said, it is a beautiful lip product as well. It's got this really soft matte look to it. And I really quite like it for that reason. Then I have this one from Complex Culture, and this one is more of a soft matte, very similar in tone to this one. I think it's just a slight bit more sheer This isn't really a liquid lipstick. I have found that I quite like most of what comes from Complex Culture. And I also really just kind of dig this component. It dries down to kind of like a popsicle look feel as well. This one is by Mellow, and this one is one of their matte liquid lip paints. This is in the shade Sydney. It takes a long time for it to dry down, so you have quite a bit of time to manipulate it, and I think I like it a lot for that reason. This one is by Half Caked. This is in the shade ASAP. Half Caked has some really great formulations. I really do like their lip formula, and it stays quite well on the lips. It also takes a minute to like dry down, but it doesn't go like fully matte. So I feel like it's comfortable. This one is by Bare Minerals, and this is in the shade Friendship. This one and the other shade that I have are very similar in shade. So this one is Juju. I feel like Juju's formula has changed just a smidge bit, and it is also a little bit thicker. It smells a little bit more off than the other one, so I am going to declutter this one. And then I have these two by Sydney Grace. I really do like Sydney Grace as a brand. Obviously, almost all of my singles are Sydney Grace singles. This one is in Tracy, and this one is in Peyton. So Peyton is a little bit more of that like brownie tone. I think that these are really super thick, but they're nice thick. They don't create any kind of like strindles in between your lips when you're talking. So that one was Peyton. This one is Tracy. I love that they're like one's super deep and one's like more neutral. These don't 100% dry down either, so not like a liquid lip in the fact that they dry down and become completely uncomfortable to wear. These ones are very much so liquid lipsticks. This is probably my favorite red liquid lipstick. This is by Lunar Beauty, and this is in the shade Aphrodite. This is so old, but it smells super good still, and it is a beautiful red liquid lip. I mean, look at that. These Kylie Cosmetics ones are not bad. You can see it came to me in a gratis. It's got a green dot on it. That's how we determine gratis that we receive in stores. I can't even tell you what shade this is because the writing on these are so little. It doesn't appear that I've worn this one yet, so I'm not gonna swatch it just to swatch it. It is a beautiful red, but when I look at it as opposed to the Lunar Beauty one, I think that it might be slightly more orange toned than that one. And I don't really 100% love a red tone that is more orange. I do like the blue tone orange, but I am going to hold on to it because if I wear red, this is the kind of way I like to wear red. And I know that this one by Lunar Beauty is so old in my collection that the likelihood of it going bad is pretty up there. Then I have these two by Kylie. Okay, the red one is called Red Velvet. This one is called Ulta Beauty, and this one is called Coco K. And I think that they are just really pretty beautiful. So this one I haven't worn. It's really light, and because it's really light, I keep it around for like a mixing medium. The Ulta Beauty one, it looks like every other shade that is on my hands right now. It's very similar, but this is the kind of shade I go for, so I love having that in a liquid lipstick. And then I have these two from Onsai that are rather new to me. These ones came when I purchased the Angelica Nyquist like Halloween collab. I have the matte in Shadow Creature and the matte in Swamp Fog. I did do that whole collection. So this one is Swamp Fog. Look at how dirty, ugly that is. And these have kind of like a clay feel to them. That is so grungy, like mustardy yellow. And then this one is the one called Shadow Creature, and it is more of a like brick red almost. They're so different and unique that I can't help but hold on to them. They probably won't see a whole hell of a lot of use in my collection, let's be honest. But I hold on to them because, number one, I'm interested in this formula because it's a little bit malleable and just beautiful and kind of blurry, almost like this formula is from Complex Culture and from Nude Sticks. These two formulas here. It's a little bit like that. And I love putting these kind of formulas on my lips and then blurring them out with my fingers so that it looks almost natural. Then we have these guys. This could probably go. This is the Too Faced Melted Latex Liquefied Shine Lipstick, and this one is in Unicorn Tears, and I bought this so long ago. The problem is it still smells like candy. So I have a hard time getting rid of it, and a lot because it's such just a really beautiful also topper for any lipstick, and it's got that like shiny appearance always. I really quite like it. It should probably go, but I'm not getting rid of it because it doesn't smell. It still smells like candy. It still smells beautiful. I'm going to keep it around. This one I just got in gratis, and I'm going to keep it even though it's so dark. This is one of the KVD liquid lipsticks, and this is in Midnight Phlox. And this is the KVD brand, not the Kat Von D. This is some of their newer lipsticks that they just came out with. So I'm going to keep this. It's a really deep shade in my collection, one that doesn't really duplicate. I think that it's probably a browner version of this shade, although that looks very similar, right? But maybe just a glossier, browner version of this. And KVD liquid lipsticks aren't half bad, actually. I quite like these liquid lipsticks from a comfortability factor. Then I have this one by Stila, and this is in Patina. And this is just a mini, and it hasn't been opened, and it's a really beautiful kind of like orchid color. So I'm going to also hold on to this guy because it's just a mini. This one is weird. This is one of their Shine Fever like lip vinyls. It's like a deeper version of the Patina shade that I have from them as well. I just think it's so pretty. This is in the shade Pit Stop, and I really quite love it for a deeper look if I'm going for that. This is the kind of liquid lipstick that I really love, and if nothing else, these are my favorite. I pull for these all the time, and the biggest reason why is because you can see I got one in gratis. It's got the green dot on it. The other one I did purchase. They just don't go anywhere. This one's unbelievable. This one is PDA. These ones you're supposed to shake and mix all the things together. This one is Unbreakable, which is the red. It's quite a lighter red than what I would prefer, but it's not quite orange based. And then this one is PDA, which is a little bit more of a neutral. So it just kind of blends into all the other colors that are on my hand right now. It is quite a beautiful color, and I really do like these on my lips because they stay put. I don't need a liner with them. I don't need anything with them. So I am getting rid of one, and we are keeping all the other ones. Trying to get them all off. Which one was that? I can't remember, but I'm going to see in editing which one this was because that one does not want to come off. These guys in this bin are lip products that I have set aside for my project pans this year. So while they belong in my whole lip category, they're sitting in a separate bin so that I know to come in here and pull for these ones. This one is in my current project pan. This is by Bite Beauty. This is just a little tiny mini of one of their Amuse Bouge lipsticks in the shade Chai. That's in my current project pan. I also have this in my current project pan, which is a lip liner by Buxom. It's one of their plump liners. This one is in the shade Dolly Danger. It's just a really good like mid-tone pinky nude. They don't even make these lip liners anymore, so it needs to go. I also have these other lip liners in here as well. So I have this one by Clinique. It is the Intense Cosmos. This one is Huda Beauty Lip Contour in Trophy Wife. This one is pretty old in my collection, but I do know that if I sharpen it, it will not feel as dry as it currently does. And this one is the Zoeva Graphic Lips in Earthbound. And again, I need to sharpen it, but that is what that one looks like. This one used to be one of my favorites as well, and it really is a very pretty nude. And then for lip glosses, I have all kinds. This one is by Ciate. It's watermelon burst lip oil. It's just a little like travel size or sample size of it. This one is currently in my project pan. This is the Marc Jacobs lip gloss. I can't remember what they're called, but this one is in the shade French Tickler. And it's just a really pretty opaque milky shade. It's really pretty. And then I have two by Pat McGrath, which honestly are probably bad at this point. That one smells bad. I think I'm going to declutter this one because it does smell bad. And this one is in Fetish 4 or Flesh 4. It's a really deep brown. So I probably wasn't going to get a whole hell of a lot of use out of it in the first place. These are honestly not my favorite gloss formula. They're a little bit thick, but they have been in my collection forever. This one still smells okay right now, but I definitely need to get it into a project pan or it will go bad. This one is just a really pretty kind of like orangey flashes golden, and it is called Bronze Temptation. And this one would be the last one. This is the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Velvet. Now this one isn't in here because it's old or it's going to go bad. It's truly one that I love, and I just want to use one that I love to use in my project pan and get it out of my collection. So these are set aside along with the ones that are currently in my project pan. These are set aside for use this year. So as I roll in something in decapanning or roll out something from my Project 10 pan, I can roll one of these in and know that these are on my plan to pan for 2024 list. Then I have these guys. These are all crayons and my stains. These are not going anywhere because I love them so much. I've talked about them before, and you guys will see them also in my upcoming like favorites video for lips. These are the Fenty Beauty Poutsicles, and I have these three shades, which are Berry Banger, Strawberry Sangria, My Type. And I know that they look crazy scary, and I go over this in my favorite lip products video, but they're actually not as crazy scary as they look. They're actually quite nice and buildable and are really, really good to your lips too. They don't cause any kind of like dryness. This one is the Stila Calligraphy Lip Stain, and this one I feel like is going to dry out soon. Even though I just got it like not that long ago. It's a really pretty like kind of corally pink shade. It's just a really pretty like My Lips But Better shade. I just feel like that because of the component, like it's this flat like quill looking thing, you know, like a calligraphy pen, that it might dry up quickly. This is in the shade Stacy. Then I have my lip crayons. If I'm honest with you, I don't wear these very much. But I need to remember that these are in here because these also make really good blushes. But these are the Clinique Chubby Sticks, and I just have 4 like travel sizes that I got in some holiday kits. I have the Chubby Stick in Whole Lotta Honey, which is kind of like this like brownie shade. Then I have Super Strawberry. Then I have Robust Rouge, which is a red. And then I have Broadest Berry. I think they're gorgeous. I need to remember that they're in here because I don't wear them, and I don't wear them because I forget about them because I'm not a lip girly. And then the other pencils that I have in here are from Nude Sticks. They are currently still in their wrappers. These aren't necessarily new, but they're also not old. And this is a gel color lip and cheek balm, and this is in the shade Pulse. Then we have this one, which is an intense matte lip and cheek pencil in Purity shade. And then we have this one, which is a lip and cheek pencil in the shade Sin. They're all for the same thing. They're all lip and cheek pencils. I don't know why they're called 3 different things. And they're all still in their wrapped up packaging, never been exposed to air, so I am keeping those as well. I don't truly know what I'm doing with my lip categories. I just, as far as like rhyme or reason goes for why they're in certain bins and why they're not in others, I do know that how I have them like situated over in their cabinets, like it makes sense to me. So if it doesn't make sense to you, I totally get it. But bear with me as I walk through this with you. This is like, I have my 2 lip primers in here. I will be keeping both of them. One is by MAC, one is by Ulta Beauty. The one by Ulta Beauty is actually a repurchase, so I really do like the Ulta Beauty lip primer. It is repurchased a while ago, but I really do like it. I'm currently trying to get through the MAC Prep and Prime, which, if I'm honest with you, is my favorite lip primer. Also in here, I have a Dr. Pawpaw multi-purpose lip mask. This is a lot like Vaseline. Although it says it's a lip mask and it's an overnight lip mask, I have used it like during the day. I've used it also on my hands when they've been cracky. It's a really great mask for moisturization. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of Vaseline. And then I have this lip mask by Dionys, and this is the goat butter lip mask. This is a fantastic lip mask, and it's got the nice little like applicator, the like slanty squeezy tube shape. So it's a really great lip mask. I think it's a lot more thick than the one from Dr. Pawpaw. This one also helped me out at FLC last year when my lips were so dang dry. Then I have all these like lip masks. This one is the NCLA Beauty Sleep Overnight Lip Mask. This one has been in my collection now for a year, and you can see I haven't even used it. I have these two from ColourPop. They're part of the Hello Kitty collection. This is Hello Kitty Peppermint Cookie Lip Mask and Hello Kitty Peppermint Cookie Lippy Scrub. It smells still so good. This one is the lip mask. I've used quite a bit of it. I like it a lot. I just have a ton of other lip masks also, so it doesn't like get Solidarity use, but maybe I should pull it out and give it Solidarity use because I can see that it is a little bit more liquidy than I remember it being. It still smells like peppermint. I've had it for way too long. It is the story of my life here and my collection. These two are by Sarah Happ. This is the lip scrub and this is the Dream Slip, and neither one of these have been opened. They do still have the seals on them. Actually, this one has been opened and not used. What is wrong with me? So keeping all those. I keep an awful amount of lip balms, and the reason why I keep an awful amount of lip balms, scrubs, masks that I like is because between me and my daughter, we have some serious chapped lip problems. We go through these things like crazy. So this is actually a lot less than it was last year and the year before. This one is by Jack Black, and it is the Intense Therapy Lip Balm in Pineapple Mint. It has an SPF, still sealed. This one is by Mented, and this is Balms Away. It's a coconut lip treatment. It is still sealed. This is the Clinique Moisture Surge Lip. This is one of my favorite balms on the planet. This is why my lips regained moisture into them after being in Las Vegas last year for FLC. My lips were so parched, they were bleeding and falling apart, to be honest. So chapped. So I went to Dionys first and grabbed that goat milk one, and then it felt like it wasn't doing enough. So I went to my Clinique vendor and I was like, hey, help me out. Look at my lips. And she handed me one of these, and within 12 hours, my lips felt almost 100% better. They didn't look 100% better, but they felt almost 100% better than they did. This is also one of the best in lip balms. This is the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. This does have a little bit of glow to it, but not a lot of bit of glow, honestly, but it's like the lip sleeping mask in a squeezy tube, so it's really easy to carry with you, take wherever you go. This one, listen, I am not a huge fan of Benefit lip products. I love the color of it, but it does dry my lips out really bad, and I am just, I don't love that. So I think I am going to declutter this, give it to my daughter. This one and this one are both by Hempz. Hempz is a really great hydration period brand as well, and I can see these being just as good. This is like the third one of these guys that I've had, so I know that this guy is good. I haven't tried this Hemp Slip Action Wild Orchid one yet, but it's a lip product by Hemp, so I'm quite certain they're good. I will hold on to both of those. I have this one by Bali, and it's the Bali Balm. It's sweet orange and coconut lip balm. I think that this is probably something that I also received in like Ipsy or FabFitFun. I can't remember. I just haven't tried it, so I can't speak to it. These Lanolips, you guys, this is the Lanolips 101 ointment. It's a multi-balm again, and this one does have like kind of a coconut taste to it if you're tasting your lip balm. Amazing. So these are fantastic. I feel like these do a lot of work to heal your lips as well. Here's another Jack Black one. This one is the night treatment. This one is really thick and really good. It reminds me of a mask, maybe even thicker. I also have this one, which is the Sephora Coconut Lip Balm. And this one is actually sealed. Did purchase this one because I had another one that I used a couple times and then my daughter stole it from me. Really nice, really nourishing. I have a couple more squeezy tubes here. This is the Seraphine Botanicals Fruit Butter Lip Mask, and this one is sealed, so I haven't tried this one. This one is the Hibiscus and Balm Glow Lip Mask, also by Seraphine Botanicals. This one isn't sealed out here, but it is sealed there, so haven't used it yet. This Florence by Mills Glow Yeah lip oil, if I am honest with you, I did not love this lip oil. You can see I've used quite a bit of it. I think that it is just literally water in a tube. I don't think that this does anything. It's got a little bit of a sticky feel to it, a little bit of a glossiness to it, but it's not a great lip oil. It goes away way too quickly. I feel like it's water in a tube. So yes, I've used it. I think I am going to give this to my daughter, so I am going to declutter that. This one I still have sealed. This is a lip oil as well. This is what by INT Beauty or INT Cosmetics. I did get this in an Ipsy. This is the Ready Lip Oil. It looks like it's pretty thick in there. I mean, when you think about it, look at this one, like just move around in the component, it moves way too fast. This one doesn't move super fast. That bubble moves kind of slow, so it does look like it's a good consistency. I am going to keep it until I open it up and try it. And then I have this Mario Badescu lip mask as well. This one is still sealed. This one I did get in gratis. I have some lip glosses and some more oils in here. I have this one by Stila. This one is Stila Heaven's Dew lip oil, and this one is in the shade Kitten Corner. And you can see it's kind of got this like sparkliness to it. I do think that this is a really nice lip oil, but it's thick like a gloss. So I think that this is kind of like a hybrid for them. And it's got that big fatty doe foot. So I do love that. I also really like these. These are probably one of my favorite lip oils. These are the NYX Lip Drip Fat Oil, whatever, however they're called. I did get these in gratis as well. I love that these also have the big fatty doe foot on them. There is a little bit of opacity to them as well, so they do feel a little bit like a gloss to some extent because there's a little bit of color to them. With that said, it's not a lot of color. And I feel like these smell like grape Kool-Aid, which is very, very interesting to me. Even though they're good and they make my lips feel good, I feel like I'm constantly having to reapply these. These ones are just like sample size glosses or travel size glosses that I have acquired somehow in my life and kept. This one is another Marc Jacobs gloss. This one is in the shade To the Moon. Then I have this one, which is a Starless lip gloss by Beauty For Real. And then I have this one, which is by Huda. This is one of her lip strobes. I'm not even sure that she makes this anymore. This is in the shade Snobby. Then I have these two, and these are just the last of like my tubey glosses, I think. I don't think I have any tubey glosses in my lip gloss drawer, and one of them is a Lancome Juicy Tube. These are phenomenal. They really are. This one is in the shade Magic Spell. The one thing that I don't love about these glosses is I do feel like you have to reapply these quite often, but they're really, really nice. And then this one is just a MAC lip gloss, and it is in clear. So this is currently in my project pan. This is the Fresh Sugar Coconut Hydrating Lip Balm. It really is a great lip balm. You guys can see I've used and abused this, but it is currently in my project pan because it's been in my collection for far too long and I need to get rid of it. I love this tub formula. Hate using it because I hate using my fingers, but I do love this tub formula a lot more than I love the like sticks. This Summer Fridays is one of my new favorites. Listen, this lasts forever. I can feel it on my lips still hours after the fact. So like I can't complain about this lip balm. It is amazing. This is one of their lip butter balms, and this one is in the shade Beige Vanilla. It is really nice. I want more of these, and this very quickly replaced this as my purse gloss. But I still keep this one in my purse or on my desk depending on where I'm at, because this one does give a little bit more color payoff, right? It has a lot more opacity, and it is just truly gorgeous as well. This is one of the Makeup by Mario Plumping Lip Serum Glow glosses, and this one is in the shade Mauve Glow, and it truly is a mauve glow. I just love this so much, but you can't, like, you know, it's one of those that you can only bring up so far, and then you have to use it, because if you try and push it all the way up, it is going to get stuck there and you won't be able to use all your product. That said, this is so discolored because it has been in my purse since I purchased it. I've used so much of this. I just can't tell you how much or how close I am to finishing it, because it doesn't retract. So I do have a little stacker with some lipsticks, and I'll save these for a second and go through these first, and then we'll just bring in all the lipsticks. So these, I have 3 more Benefit lip glosses. These are the California Kissin' glosses, and I have to be honest with you, as I said earlier, I'm just not a super fan of Benefit lip products. I do love their face products. I love their brow products. This is just not where they shine. These guys dry my lips out. I mean, look, I've used this one so much, but they just dry my lips out so dang bad. This one is clear, which is probably why I've used it more than any other one. And then this one is in Berry. I've also used this one quite a bit. So we have Berry, Pink Quartz, and then we have this one, which is Peachy Pink. I'm going to get rid of this one. So we're saying goodbye to Peachy Pink. I've worn it the least. I am also probably going to get rid of this one, because if I'm going to wear this color, it's going to be in a lip product I know I can trust that isn't also going to dry out my lips. I am going to keep Pink Quartz because, number 1, I've used the most of it. Number 2, I do think it is one that if I really leaned into it, I could get it used up this year. And number 3, it's got the cutest dang packaging. It really does have the cutest dang packaging. So I am going to hold on to this one, but I'm going to get rid of those other 2. Maybe I'll give my daughter those other 2. This is the Laneige Lip Treatment Balm. And I got this in a FabFitFun, and I was bewildered by it because I had never seen it before, but it's got kind of this like iridescence to it, and a little tiny like lip applicator that you pull out and you dig into the product. And I love that the lip applicator is attached to the dude, because it's really easy to forget your lip sleeping balm like applicator that those things come with. But it's not easy to forget it on this guy. But for now, I am holding on to it. And then I also have this, which is an Estee Lauder Pure Color Illuminating Shine lipstick. And this is in the shade 901 Born Flirt. And this is one of my favorite products to date. I think this is such a beautiful lipstick. It is in my favorite lipstick products video as well. It doesn't take much. It's a beautiful, like opaque, like shiny gloss and a stick, and it is so, so pretty. I love this product so much, so I will be holding on to that. These are the lipsticks that I have in my collection, besides the one that I already showed you that's in my project pan, which is a mini of Chai by Bite Beauty. So I do have, obviously, some minis in here. I have some weird things. This isn't all obviously completely full. A lot of these could probably fit in here too, but I do like the way I have it panned out. These ones are lipsticks that I use on a regular basis, and these ones are just ones that are continued to be in my collection. This is by Hickey, and I did buy this as a necklace because I thought it was super cool. But listen, this necklace is so janky that I can't wear it. It makes my neck break out, and because I can't wear it, like, I haven't even touched this lipstick. You'll find that a lot of my lipsticks look this way because I'm just not a lipstick wearer. I do love them. I do purchase them because I am addicted to them. I don't wear them. Why don't I wear them? I don't know. This one is a special component by Fenty, and it's FLC 2022. This is the year that Rihanna was at our FLC. Each of us got a component that we could get personalized with FLC 2022. This is the lipstick, and this is the MVP lipstick. It is just a bright red, and this is definitely an orange-based red, so I don't know that I will ever wear it, but I do think it is beautiful, and the component is, you know, special to me. So the great news about this is I can buy any lipstick in her line that is specifically for this component and put any color lipstick in here, so I hold on to it. I also have the lid for this shade somewhere in my lip category mess, and therefore I can pop it out, I can lid it, and then I can put a new component in there or a new lipstick in there and call it all good. These are all of my minis for the most part. I do have all of these are minis as well, but I can't fit all of these minis in there, and these just sit perfectly in here for the most part. So I do have 3 Pat McGrath minis. I have Beautiful Stranger, and then we have Chrissy, and then we have Flesh 3. I'm going to get rid of Flesh 3 because the bloom on this one is pretty bad. I don't know necessarily that that means that the lipstick is bad, but I do know that this is just not a color I'm going to get enough use out of before it goes bad. I have this one by Melt, and this is in the shade Frisky, and this is the teeniest, tiniest little sample. I think it's absolutely darling, but it did break, so I had to readjust it in here. Definitely not a lip color I ever thought to purchase before. This one is Makeup Forever C211. I don't know exactly what shade that is. I have worn this like a handful of times. I have this one by Dior. This is, of course, is in 999, which is red. And that is a shade I've worn one time, but this looks awful on me, to be honest. I should just get rid of it, shouldn't I? I'm gonna get rid of it. Doesn't make any sense to hold on to it. This is by Rose Inc, and this is in the shade Enigmatic. It's a satin lip color. This one is brand new. I haven't even tried it, but it just came into my collection not that long ago. So I am not going to swatch it. I don't feel bad about it. It reminds me a little bit of like this color here and this color here, maybe together. I think it's more like this color here. Maybe a little less deep than what that color is, but I'm excited to have that in my collection. Then I have this one by Too Faced that honestly is so, so pretty. I've had this so long in my collection. This is in Nude Beach, and it is just a pretty, like almost sheer pinky nude. Such a beautiful color, and I would get rid of it, but it still smells perfectly fine when I put it on my lips. It still performs perfectly fine, so I'm not going to just get rid of it to get rid of it. And then I have two Urban Decay Vice lipsticks. These are obviously older. Bad Blood is a beautiful like red. Actually, that doesn't look much different than this one. But this one is definitely deeper, and I would wear this one before I would wear the Dior one for sure. And then Back Talk is kind of like a dusty mauve shade that I love so much. You guys can see that seems to be what I love in my collection. These two are fairly new. I don't think I've used either one of them. I haven't. But I did purchase them because I have, this one is a repurchase. This is the Context Nude Balm in All or Nothing. I've used a complete one of these before. Just genuinely love this formula. And this one is in Hard Time. And it looks like this. I haven't used them yet, so I'm not going to swatch them. This one is the Chucky Gloss by Glamlight. This is really beautiful. I did declutter the pencil to it because it was just a super dark brown, but I love this shade of lipstick. And it's not a bad lipstick, honestly. It feels really good on the lips. This is by Flower Beauty. This is in Chestnut Kiss. I'm going to get rid of that. That's just too dark for me. It's got some micro sparkles in it. I don't love that for my lips, so I'm going to get rid of that lipstick. This one is by Bite Beauty. This one is in the shade Meringue. And, you know, I'm shocked that this one still looks as healthy as it does because Bite Beauty tends to go bad really quickly. But I use this one as like middle of my lips or like a mixer for other lipsticks, and it still smells perfectly fine. It doesn't have like the like bloom on it that, you know, some lipsticks get. This one is an inspiration by Bare Minerals. I haven't used this yet. Look at how crazy red this is. Am I going to use this? Maybe not. I might think about also decluttering this guy. These are by Melt Cosmetics. These came in my Halloween Town collection. This is Pumpkin King and Lock, Shock, and Barrel. And listen, I don't know that I'll wear these. I am going to keep them in my collection because they're unique enough that maybe I will want to wear them. Maybe I'll wear them for Halloween one day. Who knows? All right, these are Lorac lipsticks. I have Hipster and Secret Agent. These are really, really nice lipsticks. But you guys can see I haven't used hardly anything of them. They still smell like vanilla. They still look really nice. They're the Alter Ego ones. I don't even know that they still make these. This one, I think I'm going to get rid of this one because I don't think I'll ever wear this shade. Again, this one is in Hipster. I just don't wear deep dark shades like that anymore. So, but I'm keeping these, so that doesn't make any sense. Maybe I won't get rid of that one just yet. I do rather like it. This one is by Revlon, and this is in the shade Shameless, and it's just a matte lipstick. And it is truly a beautiful matte lipstick. It's got a really nice formula. It's truly beautiful. I have this one by Context, and this is in Sweet Emotion, and it is also a pretty lipstick. Really, really gorgeous, like nudie tone. This is by Mary Kay, and this is in the shade 9M05. Spice of Life, maybe, is what its shade name is. You can see I haven't even used this. This is fairly new to my collection. I think I got it at a Dress for Success that I just went to and participated in Ulta's name. This one is a Mary Kay lipstick that I've had forever in my collection, and it is Black Cherry. I do think I'm going to get rid of this because it is a metallic lipstick, and I just don't love metallic lipsticks, so this one is going to go. This is by Clinique. Again, one that I have not worn. I do not believe this is Love Pop. The true story to this is that all of these are from this line right here, and I had a smaller version of these in these, and I decluttered it because I have this full-size version of this lipstick. So it is one of these guys. And in these guys, we have Peppermint Pop. It's a bright red that leans more pink. I don't see myself wearing it a whole lot. This one is in Bold Pop, and Bold Pop is more of a like a burgundy tone. This one is in Raspberry Pop, and this one is more of a like pink. I have to be honest, I don't wear these a whole hell of a lot, but they are a really nice formula. This one is in Plum Pop. What I do like about these is they're kind of like a satiny feel to them, really hydrating feel to them, and they stay shiny, and they kind of have a little bit of sheerness to them that makes them super comfortable to wear. This one is in Cute Pop. That one is a little bit more matte. This one is in Bear Pop. And this one I've worn a ton. This one is in Blushing Pop. This one I have also worn a ton. There's a little bit more opacity to it, but these two partner together so well. This one is Icon Pop. This one feels a little bit dry. And then this one is in Mocha Pop. And this one I also really love. Those are all my Clinique minis. Now let's go through all of my MAC lipsticks. I have quite a few MAC lipsticks as well. I do think I am going to put this MAC lipstick into here because it is more of a sample size. I do have a mini MAC lipstick in Ruby Woo. Ruby Woo is just a really beautiful red, but it is very orange based, and I probably will not wear it very often at all. With that said, I am going to hold on to it because it's iconic. I do have 3 of the MAC Powder Kiss line, and these are my favorite of MAC lipsticks because they're just so much more comfortable to wear than this matte that they normally do. So I have Mull It Over in the Powder Kiss. You guys can see it just goes on so much easier. It's kind of got that little like blurred kiss effect to it. I really love this shade specifically for like center of the lips, but honestly it is my lips but better. This one is in Burning Love, and this one is kind of like a deeper like burgundy shade. This one is the first Powdered Kiss lipstick that I ever got, and I love it so much. This one is in the shade Shocking Revelation, and this one is kind of a red without being a red. It leans a little bit more like almost pinky. Then I have 4. I have a Retro Matte, a matte, this one is a luster, and this one is a satin. So the matte, I just find a little bit harder to wear. I feel like my lips are parched when I wear it, and they don't look 100% amazing. But this one is in Marrakesh, and I actually really quite like the color of this one. It's a little bit weird and orangey, but also brown, so I keep it around. Then I have this Spice It Up Luster lipstick. This one has a little bit more of a shine. It's a little easier to wear, of course. It has like a go nowhere feel to it, so I feel like that one is one of my favorites, honestly. It's not, I mean, it's opaque, but it's not super opaque. This one is a satin Bad and Bear. This one also is a really odd color for my collection. It's not one that I have, so it's unique to me, so I keep it around. And then this one is one of the Retro Matte lipsticks, and this one is in Dangerous. And I really don't love this red shade, but mostly because, I mean, as you can see, it pulls orange. Orange. So I don't know how long this will last in my collection unless my like taste change. Then I have these two. I have Love Me lipstick in Joie de Vivre, I don't know. And then I have a Love Me lipstick in Bated Breath. So this one is in Bated Breath, and this one is Joie Joie de Vivre, I guess. This one is so pretty, but I have never worn it. I just got it in gratis not that long ago. This one I have also not worn. I just got these, like I said, not super long ago, but this one is in Bated Breath. I've got 3 by Marc Jacobs. This is Eat Cake. Got a little bit of a shine to it. Wears really comfortably. I really like it a lot. I really like these lipsticks a lot. They're New Nudes Sheer Gel Lipstick. This one is in Role Play. I really like these lipsticks, and they still smell really good. So I'm going to use them until they're gone or until I can't anymore. This one is in Sugar Sugar, and this one has like special packaging, but this one is not. This one is a mixer. So I wear this one on the center of my lips. It's got a little bit of a shine to it. I use it to gloss up any kind of like matte lipstick or maybe tone down any of these like darker lipsticks that I don't 100% love. It's kind of got this like golden feel to it. I almost decluttered it at one point in time, but I would have been very sad that I had done that because, like I said, I do use it to like tone down any of the deeper tones that I don't 100% love on me in the moment, for the day, or at all. I do have these 2 by Becca. Becca, as you know, is no longer a brand. This one is in taupe, and it is truly a beautiful lipstick, and it still smells fine. It's got a nice little sheeny shininess to it. So these are some of my favorite lip products, and it's really sad because they no longer are a brand. This one is in the shade Burgundy, and it's not burgundy. And those guys, I mean, truly still smell perfectly fine. This one is by Clinique. This one I purchased and I love it so much, but it is deeper than I wear these days anymore, but it's got a really nice like burgundy feel to it. I've got so much of this left. This is in the shade Mink, and it is one of their Even Better Pop lip colors. I have 3 from ABH, all in different packaging. So like I am not certain why it's all in different packaging. This one is a satin lipstick in a taupe beige, and it looks like this. I haven't even worn it yet, so I'm going to keep that as pristine and beautiful as it is. This one is one of their satin lipsticks in praline, so it's not even a different formula. I just don't understand why 3 different packagings for that. That one is so pretty. It's another one of those that I put on the center of my lips. This packaging on this one is really rather cheap. It's very plastic and feels like very drugstore. And then this one is a matte lipstick in Dusty Mauve. It's so deep and grungy, but beautiful, but also sucks every ounce of moisture out of my lips. To be honest, I love it, but it sucks so much moisture out of my lips I have a hard time wearing it. I have 2 from Pat McGrath. I have the Dark Romance, which is her lip fetish sheer color lip balm, and then I also have Nude Venus, which is one of her lip fetish divine lip shines. These are so pretty, so pretty. That is such a beautiful like glossy lip. And then this one is it's just a balm, but it has like this really pretty like purpley feel to it. It doesn't show up that purple on your lips though. That is, you know, transfixed in one spot, but as you blur it out, it kind of just gives your lips like this kind of look to it, like almost purple, but not quite purple. These 2 by Juvia's Place, I have a Mauve Moment and Muted. Muted is not necessarily my favorite. It's kind of like this just really ugly poopy brown, but it looks really, really great over the top of like a rosy pink liner. And then I have a Mauve Moment, which is a mauve moment. It's super pretty. I have this one by Kat Von D that probably needs to go because this is from Kat Von D. This is one of her Studded Kiss lipsticks in the shade Lolita. For a long time, this was the only lipstick that I would wear. I love this lipstick. The shade of it is just really pretty perfect. It really doesn't smell bad. If it did, I would totally get rid of it. It just doesn't smell bad. So I'm going to hold on to it. This one is one of my favorites. This is by Dior, and it is in the shade Beige Oblique. And it kind of comes off more as like a gloss. And it's just really super comfortable to wear and really pretty beautiful on the lips. And then I have this one by Charlotte Tilbury. It is my only Charlotte Tilbury, and it's Very Victoria. Really beautiful shade of like pinky brown. I hated Pillow Talk, and I had heard somebody say that this was the perfect lipstick for people that didn't like Pillow Talk, and it truly is. It's beautiful. Then I have this one by Wayne Goss. It is in the shade Pecan. I haven't even worn it, and I got it last year in my lucky bag. These two by Natasha Denona. This one is one of my favorites. It is from her My Dream collection. It's in the shade Natasha, and then this one is in the shade Noah. This one is from the I Need a Nude. The Noah one is really kind of like a brownie tone that reminds me a lot of that one there, only maybe just a slight bit deeper. And then I have this one, which is in the shade Natasha, and this one is one of my favorites. Listen, her lipsticks go literally nowhere. They stay on your lips so long. They feel so comfortable, and they have still this like they don't completely dry down, so they're not taking all the moisture out of your lips. They're so beautiful. And then I have this is my new Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum. This one is in the shade Nude Glow, and I just purchased it, so it's not been used. Let's go through this. I have 2 3 Hourglass lipsticks. So these are the Confessions lipsticks. I do have this one in Loves All of You, and it is a red, but it is an orangey red, right? So it doesn't see a lot of use, but it has seen use. This one is in All of Me, so All of Me, Loves All of You. This is definitely very coral, and I probably won't use that color, but these are, like, you can purchase other ones and replace the cartridges in there. I did buy this one, and it is I Woke Up, and I've only used it one time, and that is beautiful. So I do think that I should probably replace this coral, which is All of Me, with this guy. So you guys see how I did that. I just pulled it out, plop it in, plop this one in here, put this one cover on that guy. That one can be decluttered, and this guy will stay. One declutter. So this is a MAC Powder Kiss Velvet Blur Stick, and this is in the shade Over the Taupe. I love that shade so much. I did purchase this. This was not gratis. I do have a ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Brink. Super pretty. I also have a KVD. This was an impulse purchase because it was going out of, like, they weren't going to make them anymore or something like that. And I decided to purchase one, I think from Sephora. And I actually did not love it when I first got it, but it's actually a really pretty color. I'm just not sure that I love it on me. It does lean a little bit more coral than I like, but we'll keep it around. We'll try it again. It's actually relatively new. I, of course, have Clinique Black Honey. How could you not have Clinique Black Honey? Just such a really beautiful, like, almost lipstick. Then I have a Tarte Juicy Lip, and mine is in the shade Raspberry. I don't necessarily love this product. I think it gets everywhere, if I'm honest with you, but maybe it's user error. This one is a Kaja Heart Melter in Honey Bun. This one is a similar product, just a little less glossy and a little less, like, messy, in my humble opinion. Then I have this from e.l.f. This is a lip crayon in the shade Natural, and I actually quite like this lip crayon. It's just truly a natural, your lips but better shade. I have These two by Trustique. This one is in the shade Belize Bordeaux. I have worn it a handful of times, not very often at all. It's just not a pink that I love, if I'm honest. I do think I am going to declutter that one. And this one has a balm down here at the bottom too, which is quite nice. But then I have this one by Trustique, and it is in the shade English Rose. I do also not feel like I love that shade. They're very, very similar. This one is just, you know, a little bit more glossy than the other one. And this one has a primer on the bottom of it that I have used several times. You can see like little remnants of it. I don't love this. And before I realized I was not recording any longer, I did swatch this one. This is the NYX Lingerie Push-Up. And I don't really know what shade it's in because I can't imagine that this right here that says Lips is the shade, but this is what this shade is, and I'm going to hold on to this one because I do think that it's unique enough to my collection. This is the Marc Jacobs lip crayon, and this one is in Sin Nudes. This is probably one of my favorite lip crayons. It is so, so pretty. And then this one is the Tarte lip crayon in Exposed, also a favorite for me. I have used the poop out of this one. I feel like this one is glossier than Sin Nudes, but feels more matte than Sin Nudes, if that makes any sense in application. But really great products. This is a Marc Jacobs Enamored Hydrating Lip Gloss Stick. And a friend of mine got me that, or gave me this after she purchased it. And it is, I broke the component because I thought it was a liquid lipstick, and it's not. It's a really beautiful, like shiny gloss stick, but it doesn't retract. So you gotta be very careful with it. And then this one is by NARS. This is one of their Laguna lip balms or whatever they're called. And this one is in the shade Turned On, and I haven't even tried this yet, but I did have I had one of these in the shade Laguna that I completely finished. So I know that I love this formula. And then this lip palette is in here simply for face makeup. Like, I don't use these on my lips anymore, but I do like paint like fireworks or pumpkins or stuff on face painting. I use that for this. These are my lip liners and lip glosses. This is all that's left that I haven't went through yet in my lip categories. So I'm going to start with glosses. This one is a Buxom Plump Shot in the shade, this is one of their collagen infused lip serums. This one is in the shade Lingerie, and it is just a really pretty pink. It gives kind of that tingling feel without that burning sensation. I like Buxom glosses a lot. I do have this Rollerball. This is the ColourPop, like ColourPop Candyland collection in Princess Lolly, and my friend Grace got me this, and this is up here more so as a like sentimental piece, but I have used it quite a bit. I love this Rollerball piece to it. It feels very much like an oil. I like this a lot. This is the newest lip gloss to my collection, and it's new because it came to me through my Beautylish Lucky Bag. This is by RMS, and this is one of their lip light, and it is in the shade Rhapsody. I guess I can take it out of the box. It is in a tube, which I feel like it's weird. I maybe should put this with my like balms and stuff, but also this is by no means a balm. It is actually pretty opaque, and it's hard, honestly, to get out of the tube. I think RMS did themselves a disservice by putting a lip product in a tube like this. It's a metal tube. It's really hard to get anything out of, and this guy is pretty opaque and also very, very thick. So I'm not sure that I love this. I have only tried it once, but it's too early to pass judgment on it, so I'm gonna keep it around. But I can tell you right now, it's not my favorite. I do have this by Ulta Beauty. It's a juice infused lip oil. I do like their lip oils. This one is in Cranberry Pomegranate, and I do think that I will probably honestly love it, but it needs to go into my oil collection. This I could say the same about. This is the Glow Oil by Dior. I really do love this lip oil. I didn't like these at first. I felt like it was drying out my lips, but I feel like it was maybe the lip liner that I was putting it over the top of that was doing that, not necessarily the lip oil. I also have these by Dior. Both of them are the lip maximizers. They have a little bit of plumping property to them. This one is in like pink hollow or something like that. And then this one is just in pink. So you can see one of them is more milky and one of them is more like shiny bright and like maybe brings a little bit of something something to your lip gloss when you have it on your lips. These by Onsai. I got these in the Angela Nyquist collab, and I don't 100% love the Glow Gloss. It's in the shade Radioactive, which is just what appears to be a milky like clear, but it does have a little bit of like, I feel like when I wear this, it does give me a little bit of that like, you know, butthole lip sensation. At the end of the day, I can only wear it for so long before it's like gathering. I don't know if I love this or not. I'm going to keep it around for a minute just to see if it's that or if it's something else. These two I haven't tried yet. One is in Spectral and one is in Quicksand. These are their Shine glosses, whereas this one is their Glow Gloss. So this is a completely different formula. This Yensa Super 8 lip oil is one of my favorites, but again, it is a lip oil. Keep my lip oils, you guys saw, in a completely separate like thing, so I don't know why they're in here. But I do remember having glosses in there, so maybe I'll move the glosses in here and those out. I have these. This one is by Nature's Cartel. This one is in VCR Static. And this one smells. So this one is going to be decluttered. This one is by Zoeva, and I know that you can't tell that because all of the writing is off of it. But this is one of my favorite glosses, and this is in Radiant Flight. It was something that I purchased in store and then had it green dotted so that I could bring it back into store because I wore it so much. It's just such a milky pink, sparkly, makes your lips look beautiful gloss. I just can't with that gloss. This is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss, and I do like this gloss formula, but I'm not sure I love this shade on me. It's just, it pulls a little bit more like coral than I like it to. And again, it just might be the colored pencil, the lip liner that I had over underneath it, because I do wear my glosses over the top of a lip liner. So I'm going to try it with a couple different lip liners, and if I don't love it, then I will get rid of it. This one is MAC Dazzle Stick, and this one is in Sugar Rimmed. This reminds me a lot of this one from Zoeva, only this one is more sparkly, whereas the Zoeva one is more like milky. I really truly love the Dazzle Glass. These are beautiful too. These are by, I don't even know how to say this name, Tanis, I don't know. They are Mahina Moon and Plumeria Petals. These are two really beautiful glosses. Is that I don't really wear gold very often, but this truly, it just brings a little something something to the lips. Even though it's so gold, it's not super opaque. This one is truly beautiful. I've worn this one so much. And I know I'm not swatching everything, I promise you. It's got a really nice opaque nature to it. It's not super sticky. That's the kind of gloss that I really truly love, to be honest. This is a Lawless Forget the Filler. This is my newest Lawless gloss. I just picked this up in like November. It's glazed. It's kind of like this, like literally glazed donut feel to it. It's very milky and beautiful. This one by Lunar, and it is in Celine, and it has gone bad, which is very sad for me because I love this gloss. Yeah, they normally smell like cake, and this one smells like rotten cake. So I did use up an entire one of these lip glosses in this shade, so I will likely repurchase this shade. I really do like it, but I think I have a lot of glosses I need to get through first. These are my Buxom glosses, and I have several of them. This one is probably my oldest one, and it's in the shade Sarah, and it doesn't quite smell as good as it used to, and it's starting to like separate in here, and it is probably my oldest one. So, and also I feel like it's a little bit discolored, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. And then this one I wore so much. This one is called Autumn. This is one of their full-on plumping lip polishes, so it's got a lot more of a shine to it than anything else. You can see it's got little like micro glitters in there that are all different colors. It is beautiful, so I will keep this one around. This one is their full-on plumping lip cream. This one is in the shade Seychelles Breeze. I don't 100% love this color on me, but I do love it for like right in the center of like maybe a darker lip line. It really does lighten it up, brighten it up. So I will keep that one. This one is a plumping lip cream as well. This one is in the shade Pumpkin Spice Latte. Really beautiful, like pretty perfect pinky nude shade. I like this one. I wear it quite often, actually. This one is in Spice Vanilla Latte. It is another one of the plumping lip creams, and it is really quite yellow. I don't know what I was thinking when I purchased this one, but I'm going to keep this for some of those like more mustardy toned lipsticks that I kept and see how I like that in the center of it. And if I don't like it, then I will definitely be getting rid of that, because that one is just not one of my favorite shades. This is also a lip oil, and I quite like this lip oil. This is called Cab Beauty, and Cab Beauty is a beauty box brand. It's not necessarily the best beauty box brand, honestly. Most of what I've tried from this company I absolutely could not stand. But I really do like this lip oil, so I'm going to keep that. I'm going to stick it over to the side because really lip oils should not live in here. This is a Stila lip gloss. It's in Beauty Boss. It's just a red lip gloss. It's not super opaque, but it is opaque enough that I feel like it can give me the feel of a red lip without the mess of a red lip, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to hold on to that as well, but it's definitely not one that I wear very often. I have these two from Glamlight. This one is in the shade Donut Glaze, and this one is in the shade Pecan Pie. I wear these quite often. These are super comfortable glosses. These are the other Glamlight ones I have. I'm going to declutter this one, which is the Glamlight S'mores, and I am going to bring hot chocolate into my collection. I'm also going to put the caramel frappe one into my collection as well. Now then, these will be the 4 that I have from Glamlight, and they're all just a little bit different. These two look very similar-ish, but this one is more of a matte, and this one is like shiny and has some like sparkle to it. The rest of them are more like matte toned, I guess I should say. So this is the one that I have out from Midas Cosmetics, and this one is in the shade Strawberry. Truly beautiful, smells super good. I am going to bring the other ones in because I need to get the lip glosses out of my backup drawers. I think that that is ridiculous. All right, so then I have these 3 from NYX, and these are this is Milky glosses. I love these glosses. These aren't really going to go anywhere. This one is in the shade Milk and Honey. This one is in the shade Milk the Cocoa. And this one is in the shade Strawberry Horchata. Really beautiful glosses. Really love the formulation of those glosses. So those ones will stick around as well. This CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss is amazing. It is clear, but it is really a nice formula, and I feel like it just does really great things to make your lips look super juicy, plump, and healthy. This is the Too Faced Watermelon Candy Finish Lip Gloss in Mega Melons, and this one smells like watermelon. It smells divine and so good, and I will be holding on to it like I'm not getting rid of anything. This one is Dominique Cosmetics Lip Gloss in Lemonade. This one smells fine, but it is super old in my collection. I have hardly worn it at all. I think this is one that I could put into my Shop My Stash or my Project Pan and be done with rather quickly because there's not much to it. I love this one from Thrive Cosmetics. It is so, so pretty. It is in the shade Effie, and just a really pretty, like, pinky metallic sparkly gloss. Really pretty, beautiful. This one by Nabla, like, I feel like I can feel the micro glitters in this guy, which doesn't make it my favorite, but I really do love the shade and the tone of this. This is the Lorac Unzipped Sheer Silk Lip Gloss, and this is in the shade Exposed. I can't remember where I got this or when I got this, but it still smells okay. Again, it's in the shade Exposed. It's just a really pretty, like, sheer pink gloss. I'll hold on to that. This one I am going to get rid of. I don't love this gloss, and this one is a little bit more of an opaque gold than I love, so I am going to get rid of this one and declutter that, maybe to my daughter. This Natasha Denona one, listen, I'm not a fan of this gloss. I'm going to declutter this as well. Also, I feel like it's already gone bad, so that's very strange. This one and this one are by NARS. These are really, really great glosses. This one is in the shade Lover to Lover, the pink, and the brownie one is in the shade Nympho. And I really like these. These are really comfortable glosses, really beautiful. They don't smell, don't not smell. Like, they're just really nice. Again, not a lot of product in these. I feel like I could get through these rather quickly if I just focused on them. I have this one from Beauty Counter, which is actually quite beautiful. This one is in the shade Clove. I really, really quite like this kind of like opaque gloss. It's almost like lipstick gloss. It's called Beyond Gloss. So I think it's like supposed to have like a lipstick feel to it. And then there's this one by Rare Beauty, which is in the shade Nearly Apricot. And listen, everybody knows that this is a really beautiful gloss formula. So I have had this one in my collection for quite some time too and haven't used it. You know what? That's not bad. I got all of my glosses that were in my backup bins in here, and I feel good about it. The only thing left are my Fenty Beauty glosses, and they are the gloss formula that I like the most, as you guys can see. I have a ton of them. So my minis, I have Fenty Glow Fantasy. This is, I have a Fenty Glow somewhere too. This is just a smidge bit different than the first Fenty Glow in that it's got a little bit of like, also like pinky, orangey, goldy shimmer to it than just the regular old Fenty Glow. Yeah, so this is the original Fenty Glow, which I have, and then this is the Fenty Glow Fantasy. So you guys can see one of them is a little bit more like golden, like coppery, and the other one is just kind of neutral. I have both. I love both. I will continue to hold on to both. Then I have this one, which is Champ Stamp Fantasy, which is kind of like a golden champagne shade. And then I have this one, which is Hot Chocolate Fantasy, which is quite possibly one of my favorites. It's got kind of this like brownie goldy flip to it. Okay. Then we have these two, in addition to this one, which are the regular old just Fenty Gloss Bombs. This one is in Fussy, and this one is in Sweet Mouth. Then I have two Heat, and these two Heat, I just have Heat Glass Slipper, which is something we got in gratis last year before it even went on the shelves. And then this one is Fussy Heat. So this is my Fussy regular, and then Fussy Heat. One's a little bit more creamy. The regular Fenty Glow is in Shiny Fussy. So those two are my Heat ones. And then I also have an iced one, and the ice one, of course, is Cold Hearted. This one, you can tell by the doe foot, I have used quite a bit. I think I have purchased two of these, the ice, Cold Hearted ice ones. So like, obviously I love those. And then I have three of the creams. And for creams, I have Bubble Binge, which is this hot pink one. And then I have Candy Milk, which is this kind of like neutral one. And then I have Cupcaken, which is kind of this pink one. So those are my creams. And the formulas are just a little bit different, right? The creams are a little bit more opaque, a lot less shiny. I mean, they're still shiny, but they're a little bit more opaque. The fantasy ones, as well as the gloss bombs, are a little bit more glowy. And then these ones, either they're hot or they're cold. They're supposed to make your lips like plump. I don't necessarily feel like my lips plump with them, but I do really kind of love the sensation that you get from them. And the heat ones aren't nearly as hot as like the Too Faced lip plumpers by any means. So that is all of my glosses. And look, I'm actually super excited that they all fit in here. And I feel like I'm not like trying to squeeze everything in and there's no more in my backup bins. So let me grab my liners. I'll be right back. So I have one full bin of ColourPop liners because, you know, way back in the day, these were my favorite liners. I can't imagine that many of my lip liners are going to go away because I just recently decluttered my lip liners and pulled out the colors that I just knew I wasn't going to wear. These are all nudes. They're all nudes that fit in with the color stories that I have in my lipsticks. So all of these are going to stay. These are like some of the more like odd shades that I have in my collection of lipsticks that I need a liner for, that I don't necessarily 100% have a liner for. The only thing that I could see myself getting rid of at the end of the day is these, because I do have other red lip liners. And as I said, these used to be my favorites, but I've just realized that these don't last as long as some of my other lip liners do. So I might get rid of these red ones, but for now, these will all stay. I also have these lip liners. So I'm going to start with these two because you guys saw this one. And in seeing this one, I described that this used to be my favorite like lip liner formula, but I have since learned that it just doesn't stay where I want it to stay. It's more like a lipstick than it is a liner, to be honest. Additionally to that, it's really fat, so it's hard to sharpen because it's so fat. Yes, I have a sharpener that has both a small and large hole, but these just don't sharpen the same way a regular pencil does. Well, a regular like liner pencil like this does, or like any of them do, to be honest, because it is an actual like wood pencil. It just flakes and flakes and flakes more. It also doesn't come to a complete point, which I like a really precise point with my lip liners. Additionally to that, I just don't love this formula anymore. So this one I am panning through Project Pan. These two I kept around because I felt like, well, they're odd and I need these colors for just in case, because I do have some lip glosses and lipsticks in my collection that I can use. But if I look at my ColourPop collection, I have like very similar shades to these over and over again. So I am going to declutter these because they're just not a liner formula that I love anymore. Additionally, we have 3 reds in here. So like when I think about that with these guys, I do think I would prefer these over these. But let's swatch these out real quick. These are the reds that I have. I do think I'm going to keep the MAC one because I do like the MAC one. This one is this guy, and that one leans a little bit more pink. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. I'm gonna keep the Kylie, which is this one here, because I have a liquid lip with this color specifically. I do think I am going to keep both of the ColourPop ones here at the beginning, although I don't know that I need them, but I am gonna keep them. Okay, so then I have 2 by Juvia's Place. I'm going to keep both of them. This one is the Luxe Liner in So Rare, and it is kind of more of a like a muted brown tone, and I've worn it quite a bit. It goes really well with that lipstick Muted by them. And then I also have Love Me, which is the one that I purchased to go with the kind of like pinky tone lipstick that I purchased from them. But I love both of these. They're very creamy, very nice. So I will keep them. This one is Clinique Intense for Lips in Intense Jam. It is a beautiful, kind of like really fuchsia pink. I just don't see myself wearing this, so I am going to get rid of that. They're really good, don't get me wrong. This one is Natasha, but this is one of my favorites. So this one is going nowhere. And this was a full-size pencil. I need to get more from Natasha Denona because I do love her lip pencils. This one is Iconic Nude, and y'all know this one will also go nowhere. They look very much the same, but I don't care. I love them both. I will keep them both. This one is by Mellow, and this one is in the shade Ava. And it is just a really pinky nude. It's actually quite nice. I like the Mellow Cosmetics lip liners. This one is by Wayne Goss. It looks very much the same. I'm holding on to it. I really like it. And then this one is by Milani in So Natural. Again, right in that same mindset. I'm going to keep it because I love it. So those are my lip liners. But we did such a good job. I cannot go through this video and break it out into this is how many lip liners we had and this is how many we now have. But what I will do is on my spreadsheet, I have all my lip products in lip category on one page, and I will show you and tell you like total what we had versus what we now have, total lip category, because that makes just more sense to me and would be easier for me to accomplish. But with that said, these are all of the lip products that we are that we have decluttered. So I'm really actually happy with this because we have 22 lip products that we just decluttered, and this is pretty much the only category that I decluttered last year. So this is in addition to the products that I decluttered late last year in this category, because lip products, I just don't use lip products. Yeah, frankly, I'm surprised because lips is the only category that I decluttered last year for the most part. All right, well, that's it. I'm going to roll you into outro. I'm so sorry you guys were here so long. Like, this video is 2.5 hours. I can't imagine what it's going to look like when I'm done editing. Although I was kind of all over the place as I was doing this. So pray for me. Pray for me. All right. So that is the end. How did I do? I did already film an inventory video that is just about the numbers in the spreadsheets and how I log everything. I will have that available to you in the cards, as well as my year of empties video, which talked about all the empties that I had last year. So you also get to see what exited my inventory. How did I do? How do you think I did? What do you think about my collection so far? I would be interested to hear from you down in the comment section. With that said, if you like collection videos, I'm doing a whole bunch more of them, I do think, and unless this is the last one, in which case I just lied to you. But if you're interested, don't forget to subscribe before you go, because there's a lot more content coming. And also, like, I've been on YouTube for a while. There's plenty of videos out there. I'm sure that you can find something that you enjoy. Maybe something that you can go back to from way back when, in the Wayback Machine when I started, and you can make fun of me for it, because everybody was a little cringeworthy back then. Maybe go look at my collection videos from back then. That would be a hoot. Either way, I just hope that you loved it. I hope that you want to subscribe before you go. I hope that we can be friends at the end of the day. And yeah, I'm super thankful that you were here today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you and yours are well. I hope that you are all safe and healthy and getting along as best you can. I hope that you are all loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye friends.